It's Terraria time, baby. Okay. Terraria. We all know it, and we all love it. This game is something with the monsters of the indie game genre. And that's a tough position to reach, especially when you have big booby boss blackmail to contend with. Terraria is a unique type of survival game, where it almost doubles as like a magic power level game, where you start with the item equivalent of a colonoscopy to becoming an absolute unit with incredibly busted weapons and artifacts. This is a combination of so many games in my eyes, because the game starts off as the average survival game, where you have to build shelter before nightfall, to becoming a strategy fighting game, where you can boost all your stats by drinking mysterious liquids. It can even be vaguely classed as like a resource management type of game because of all the little stat boosters and support items that help you out. I remember when the game was fresh out the oven, and people were saying that it copied Minecraft, and I used to be one of those people. I was a dumbass 6-year-old at the time, okay? This game is very different than Minecraft. The only comparison you can make is that it's a bunny block game where you dig down to the ground on your first night and curl up like a little fetus. But for real, it's similar and completely different at the same time. This game has 4 official classes: Melee, Magic, Ranger, and Summoner. I've only been playing as like the Magic and Melee. I used to always pick Melee because I'm a basic bitch when it comes to classes, but Magic grew on me after I saw that I could wield a flying orb and crush down my enemies. All of these classes have their benefits and downsides, except for Melee. This shit is so goddamn brain dead. My 20th-year-old demented cat could beat the final boss of the game. What I've been told by friends is that the Ranger class is the worst class in the game, because in a world with eyes of gods and walls that rival the size of your mother, having a piece of fresh Americano soil wouldn't do you much good, even though it's funny as hell to fight gods with guns. But it's incredible in that way, that every class has their own sets of armor, weapons, accessories, you name it. Every class is incredibly fun in their own way, and have their own feeling to it. And it's honestly such a blast to try out every combination and items, to see what fits your playstyle the best. And I love that aspect of the game. There's also such a good feeling of progression, man. You start the game by fighting the Eye of Cthulhu and Brain of Cthulhu, and these two are big jumps, okay? I'm gonna be honest. But then after you beat the Wall of Flesh, which is a dope-ass boss, by the way, you unlock the hard mode of this game. And you notice every small mob has a lot more health and deals a lot more damage. I love this. And the bosses just show a general upscale in how fast and strong they are. You really feel like this is your story and you're making progress and beating all the baddies of the world. And the mech bosses have incredibly sick designs and are actually more fun and difficult to fight than the original bosses. Even smaller details are a treat in this game, like having the corruption and crimson biomes spread after a while. Yes, this is very annoying, don't get me wrong, but it does a great job at immersing me in the world. It feels like I'm actually a part of an ecosystem, and things happen even if the player character isn't there. But here's a piece of information that will make you hate me forever. I suck at this game. I'm always the friend who follows the 2-week Terraria hype, but in reality, I have a very small grasp of what this world has to offer, even if I have over 80 hours on the game. And that's why Terraria Wiki is my best friend. It's this prick right here who does all the heavy nerd lifting. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy and talk about the aspects I love about this game. I think the reason I can't become super knowledgeable about this game is because I like it for its casual aspects more than the super complicated recipes, weather conditions, or fishing strats, or whatever like it has to offer. As I've said, I'm a basic bitch when it comes to games mostly. I like to not have a clear path or routine. It brings out the curiosity in me, so when I do learn something new, I get happy. Yes, very happy. Yes, very good. This game also has a great replayability. There are like 50 modes to try out. In every one of these modes, you can choose the difficulty level, and that's really noob friendly if you ask me. While this game has many ups, it, like most games, has a few downs. I think that Terraria's biggest issue for me is just the luck involved in getting a few items. It's annoying, okay? When you try to get a new item from a boss just to realize the lazy bum didn't drop the damn thing. Seriously, I hate luck drops in any video game. I know they're a big aspect of some games, but I just don't vibe with it. It sits there like a monster in the closet.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
This game also does have some boring slogs throughout though. Nothing too major, the game just sometimes becomes really slow, and it can affect the experience a tiny little bit. I can forgive these small issues though, considering everything else is saliva-inducing. Multiplayer is a must for me at this point in time. Personally, I don't think I could play this game by myself. Not because of a lack of quality, oh no, but because I think the hype goes drastically down if you don't have some buddies there to have a laugh with. It becomes a completely different experience with friends. Even when I was younger, I used to play with this game with friends. So I guess things haven't changed much. I can still remember very vividly some of the stupid things we did and how horrible we were at killing bosses. Also, this game brings me almost as much nostalgia as Plant vs. Zombies does. And it's just super nice to look back at those memories. This game is such a classic, man. Nostalgia aside, I still think it's one of the best indie games I've ever played. And that's saying a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. It took me a while to make. And I also made it while sick, so it was kind of a grind. Now, could you please go away? I'm gonna go play Big Booby Boss Blackman.